Our starting goaltenders for today for the Bluewater Hawks, it's going to be Zoe McKellar, and for the Barrie Jr Sharks, it's going to be Amelia Wilkinson. Starting lineup for the Barrie Jr Sharks coming up. On defense, Sonia Mehta. And number 28, Tegan Pare. Paige McGuire, Aaliyah Sutton, and Kate Stewart. That is their starting forward line for today's matchup. For those of you who don't know, our head coach is Dwayne Eldridge, and our special guest today is his daughter, Jessie Eldridge, who was just picked 16th overall in the recent PWHL draft, and she is going to be doing the puck drop for today. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Our captain, Jordan Redden, is in the face-off dot with Miss Chisholm for the Bluewater Hawks. Big hug from Redden to Miss Eldridge. So exciting to be a part of this girls' movement and women's movement in hockey. It's really exciting. We'll get set here for the national anthem. Today, September 30th, is also National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, and that was just a land acknowledgement by our PA announcer, Rob Emerson. All right, all preseason has been leading up to this. For the first game of the regular season, the Barrie Sharks participated in 2 away tournaments, one in Pittsburgh and one in Stony Creek. During the University Showcase, they actually did very well. I hope you watched a live stream for that semifinal that they participated in. They went all 4 round-robin games without giving up a goal against. Very exciting. In fact, there was only one of 2 teams to do that through round-robin play. This is very exciting. Dwayne Eldridge can't wait to get this day going and get the season off to a great start. This is the first time that they'll face the Bluewater Hawks, so they're looking to get off in the win column right away. It's going to be Miss Sutton taking the face-off against Miss Chisholm. We are set to go for the regular season. Get set, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway. Bluewater Hawks win the face-off, and they will take the puck into the Barrie Sharks end for the first go, but the Barrie Sharks will pick it up behind the net and will try to clear it out. That back, it's not Alcock, number 18, Maddock. All right, we'll set for face-off here to the left of McKellar. Redden in for the face-off for this one, and that's going to get won by Barrie. Back to Mitchell at the blue line. She'll try to fire it in, but it hits a couple of skates, and the Hawks nearly clear it. Sharks doing a good job keeping it in on the offensive zone. Battram now will move it forward. Goes to a couple of Bluewater sticks, and there's a bit of an upheaval there at the blue line. I think we might get our first penalty of the day. Yes, it's going to be for interference against the Junior Sharks. So Bluewater with a first man advantage. It's going to be Bryn Rutledge who's going to sit 2 minutes for interference at the 18:44 mark of the first. Erbach takes the face-off of the Junior Sharks. Back to Sampson at the blue line. She shoots in. Wilkinson makes no mistake and catches that in her glove. First test for her. Season's only 90 seconds old. Good action at both ends so far. Dusome tries to get in on the action. Here's the call for interference to Bryn Rutledge. There's a battle in the corner there. We'll see who comes up with the puck. It scoots out and comes all the way back to Darby on the far side. Bluewater shoots it in, and that's just put aside by Wilkinson. Bluewater circling around to Alcock at the blue line. She'll put it right back onto her partner's stick. Sampson, another shot in there. It goes up and over the net. It'll go up and touch the Sharks bench. So we'll have a stoppage in play here with 17:49 to go in the first. Over the red line. Summers with it across the blue line, but she doesn't get too far with it before the Sharks force them to come back the other way. This is Summers again. She'll weave around and try to backhand it. Meta giving it chase, try to get out of harm's way and into the neutral zone, which she does. Summers with it again. Tries to move it forward to Sampson and Chisholm. Chisholm couldn't quite hang on to it. Pare with it and will lift and fire it down to the other end with only 30 seconds to go in the penalty to Rutledge. Summers will move it out. Bluewater trying to get together for another shot in this power play. They do work it out and into the slot area. Shot into Wilkinson's face. Back into the corner. Can the Sharks get rid of it? Out to the blue line. D-to-D pass that hits a couple of bodies. Barrie trying to get it out. Bluewater still with it. That's Story at the blue line. Now, Miss Meta. Out into the neutral zone as far as the red line, but we're going to have a penalty call maybe for too many men? I think so. Yep, too many men is exactly what it is. Bluewater Hawks stepped off the bench, touched the puck too soon before her partner got off the bench, so that's going to be 2 minutes for delay of game against the Bluewater Hawks, so the Sharks will get their first chance at a power play. 16:30 to go in the first. Move the face-off here to the right of McGuire. Judkowitz in for the face-off for the Junior Sharks. Story wrapping it around to her partner on the other side. Bluewater will clear it. This is Molly Battram. Wilkinson will put a stop to it. Just 11 seconds gone in the penalty. Face-off this time to the left of Wilkinson. Judkowitz again in for the face-off. And Olivia Battram to take the face-off. There's 2 Battrams on this Bluewater Hawk team, number 8 and number 10. Here comes Beckett through the neutral zone, banks it off the boards and tries to catch up with it, but she's hampered by the Bluewater Hawk behind her. Hawks get rid of it and throw it back down to the Sharks' end, where Hildebrandt will pick it up. Into the neutral zone and all the way down. And a stoppage in play here for the offside. 1:20 to go in the penalty for delay of game with 15:50 to go in the first. Face off just to the right here of Wilkinson. Nope, we're going to move it over to the other side. It'll be to the left. Judkowitz taking the face off again. Bluewater wins that. Right back down behind Wilkinson. Ooh. Mitchell took a tumble, went behind and landed on her backside, but she's up and at it, no problem. Here's Judkowitz handing it off to Stewart as they cross the blue line and coming in onside. Bluewater trying to get rid of it. They will pick it up behind McGuire. Sharks coming in. This is Meta. Throws it to Sutton. Doesn't hold on to the stick long enough to get a good shot off. Sharks keep at it. This is Barrie. Sutton comes back in for a pinch shot, but that doesn't work. Hits too many sticks and bounces right back. This is Meta. Moving it forward to Sutton. McGuire now has it. Back to Meta. 25 seconds to go in the penalty. Barrie loses the handle on that one, and the puck will escape and come all the way down to the other end. No icing, as we are on a penalty right now. Meta for the Sharks picking it up in her own end, and she'll take it across the boards. Bluewater forcing it back down. Fedor for the Bluewater Hawks giving the Sharks a bit of problem. There's going to be a battle on the boards here. Who's going to shovel that out? It's going to be the Sharks coming up, but only temporarily. Shot into Wilkinson, who steers that aside. In the slot. Urbach trying to get rid of it. This is Meta for the Junior Sharks, trying to hold on. Penalty has expired. Both teams are now back to even strength. So each team exchange a penalty, and each exchange a power play and a penalty kill. Nothing happening on either one. Saucer pass attempted for Dusson, but that's intercepted by a Bluewater Hawk. Good defense by the Bluewater Hawk. Sampson up to Hall Paredes for Bluewater. McKinnon now has it. Leaves it for Sampson. To the red line. This is Story. Centers it, but Rutledge is there to pick it off for Barrie. Hall Paredes leaves it down there for her teammates. Sharks want to clear it out. Battle on the boards, and Sharks do squeak it out. Sharks with possession, trying to clear it. They do. Bring it right back into the Sharks' end. Good back and forth action in the neutral zone. Good puck possession by both teams so far in this opening game for the regular season for the Junior Sharks, keeping in mind that Bluewater has already played 2 games. And they suffered a 10-1 loss to the Burlington Barracudas just last week, so I know they want to get on the board first. Bluewater with it. Batram will try to bring it out her own end, but it's picked up by Siska Humphreys before that happens. Here comes Severn, but she's upended before she gets too far. Beckett puts it in the blue paint, but it just slides to the other side. It'll come over the blue line, so Sharks will tag. Hildebrandt to Siska Humphreys and up to Beckett. Beckett tries to leave it for Judkowitz, but that's intercepted. Severn. Murphy trying to get on the play there for Bluewater. It'll go into the corner. Two-on-two there. Judkowitz and Beckett for Barrie. Murphy and Batram for Bluewater, and we'll have a stoppage in play. 11:42 to go in the first. Looking for our first goal of this game, and the first goal of the regular season for the Barrie Jr Sharks. It's been awesome watching these girls develop all the way from the beginning in August through their tournament action. I loved bringing the semifinal from Stony Creek to you guys just recently. I'm looking forward to an awesome season here with my tech team here. I've got Mitchell on camera, and I've got Tim, my tech director, and we're so excited to be here. Barrie's going to pull it through the neutral zone. Almost ran away with it. Bluewater bringing it back the other way. Elcock couldn't bring it in for Bluewater. Dusome tries to backhand it out. Shot in, and what a snag by Wilkinson. She has been solid. She was actually quite the star in that semi-final in Stony Creek. She stood tall despite what the final tally on the scoreboard was. She was solid at net for her team. Looking forward to see what Wilkinson and her partner Sador can do between the pipes this season. Chisholm trying to get in the slot. Bluewater looking to see they get a shot, and it pops up, and I don't know how Wilkinson saw that through traffic, but she did. It bounced off a pad. Sharks clear it out. It will come, and it will go the distance, and that will be icing with 10:50 to go in the first. I'm so happy to get this live stream going here for the regular season. It's exciting times around women's and girls hockey at the center stage right now with the PWHL draft just a few short weeks ago. Our own Jesse Eldridge here from Barrie being picked 16th to New York. It's so exciting to be involved in women's hockey right now. Face-off won by Bluewater. They send it back to behind Wilkinson. Paul Ray trying to meet up with it, but it's picked off by the Bluewater Hawks. Sharks clear it, and it's a chase. Here comes Zerbach. She'll try to center it. Nope, she'll put on the brakes, actually, and move it towards the other side. Dusome catching up as well as Houle. Hall Paredes for Bluewater with it, and will try to clear it. She passes up to Batram. Through neutral. McKinnon trying to work it to her partner. It comes into the slot. Pass meant for Ellis. Kind of skips off the end of her stick. Play continues. Bluewater still on top. Sharks want to clear. Just reaching the halfway mark of this first period. Hildebrandt will lift and fire it all the way down. It's going to get picked up by McLaren. She nearly had a handle on it. Redden trying to work it out in front. It sits there, but Redden was hampered and had her stick tied up and couldn't get on it. Mitchell tries a deflection. They make no mistake there. No, it's sorry. It bounced out. I don't know how that puck did not go in. Good action here. Something's being called. We have a stoppage in play here with 9.5 minutes to go. I saw the linesman with his hand up, and I'm not sure what that call would have been for. I don't see anybody heading to the penalty box, so nothing going there. Judkowitz in for the face-off with Elcock for Bluewater. Judkowitz tossed out of the face-off. They trade places, and Beckett's going to come in and take it. Face-off won momentarily by Barrie, and they will hold on. Pass it around, down low, tried it in the slot area. Judkowitz nearly had a chance. Just got pushed off it at the last second, or she may have had a beauty of an opportunity to put the first goal in of this 2023-24 season. Sharks with a lot of energy here. They're coming back the other way. This is Judkowitz again to Beckett. Hubert for Bluewater gets rid of it and passes it up to Story. Here come the Sharks back the other way. This is Talia Hildebrandt. Following it up. Summers is back there too. Wants to make sure she gets first to that puck. 2-on-2 battle at the boards. How long? Looks like Batram will release it and get it out of harm's way there and try to get it out of the Bluewater end. Good battle at the boards. Who's going to come up with that puck? Barrie does. They try to center it, but it's hampered by a Bluewater Hawk. And back the other way we go. Siska Humphreys. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell will send it up and over the plexiglass for a stoppage in play with 8:10 to go in the first period. Exciting action to begin this first period of the regular season. So awesome to see Jessie Eldridge do the ceremonial puck drop. How fitting it is that she's here. We certainly wish her all the best and all the luck in the world as she heads off to the Big Apple for the start of their regular season come January. Stay tuned in the intermission. By the way, we have a podcast. Jessie and Dwayne Eldridge spoke with Dan Blakely with Barrie's 360, and we'll give you that podcast at the first break. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Action continues. Bluewater trying to get out of their own end. They do get it now. It'll come all the way the distance, and that will be an icing against Bluewater. 7:45 to go in the first period. Looking for our first goal. Redden and Batram square off the faceoff dot. Won by Barrie. Back to the defense meta. She tries to put it in on play, but it's hampered a little bit and does a couple of bounces. Another 2-on-2 battle on the boards. Barrie wins it. This is Redden trying to get it out in front. Leaves it for Rutledge out in front of the crease. Barrie can't get a handle on it. Rutledge again out in the blue paint. Still can't find a way to get past that red line and reach the mesh. It'll come back all the way the distance for yet another icing call with 7:14 to go in the first period. This is where all the action is going to be for all the home games for the Barrie Jr Sharks. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you'll be notified when we go live. The next home game for the Barrie Jr Sharks is right away tomorrow. Nice shot in and a nice save by McKellar. 7:04 to go in the first. Next home game is tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, right back here in the Shark Tank. This time the Barrie Jr Sharks will welcome in the Cambridge Rivulets. Judkowicz and Fedor in the face-off there, and that's going to get won by Bluewater. Siska Humphreys trying to work it back into the neutral zone. Here comes Judkowicz, tries a centering pass to Beckett, but too many white sweaters. Siska Humphreys sends it over to the other side. Bluewater Hawks waiting for that. Severn in on the play. Judkowicz tries to feed it to Siska Humphreys. That just goes wide. Another opportunity for Beckett, and that goes just high and wide. Sharks coming oh so close. Alcock for Bluewater brings it out. She's got Murphy on her right. Goes to the corner, down low, tries to work it out into the slot. Stewart making sure that puck doesn't see another Bluewater stick. Sharks will take their time to clear it out. Siska Humphreys does work it out to the red line. Here comes Stewart. Has her pocket pick as soon as she steps over that blue line. Hubert bringing it in for Bluewater. She'll dump and leave it. R. Scott for Barrie tries to work it out right onto a Bluewater stick. Nice heads up save by Wilkinson. Out in front, Wilkinson's ready for that deflection, and my goodness, has she been tested early. McGuire is held up on the boards and tries to center it. Sutton tries to get it center as well. McGuire leaving it to the blue line. Shot in. Nice pad save. Great opportunity for Stewart, but she couldn't quite get the full force behind that puck to sail it over the shoulder of McKellar. This is Hubert for Bluewater, bringing it in on the side. She'll dump and she'll leave it and go off on a line change. Battle behind Wilkinson. Just stays on the blue line. This is Samson. She'll fire it in. That doesn't miss by much on the far side of the goalpost. Paredes hangs onto it at the blue line. McKinnon trying to get in on the action and see if she can't work her stick onto the puck. As well as Battram. Urbach's in there for Barrie. Who's going to dig it out? It's going to be Bluewater. Referee kind of gets in the way as they kind of dipsy-doodle around him. Sharks do clear it and will come all the way to the other end. No icing? Nope, there is an icing call. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first period, and I'm so glad that you've joined the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cheryl Gilroy, and I'm looking forward to bringing all this action to all the Sharks fans out there, whether you're following the Junior Sharks or it's the other competitive teams. I will also be doing U18 AA. This is exciting. Like I said, it's great to be involved in women's hockey right now. Things are just starting to explode for women's hockey. So exciting. I'm happy to be a part of it. This is Murphy for Bluewater. Trying to work it forward for Murphy. She'll put it back. Murphy with it at the other end. She'll try and fire it, but that she's hampered and it goes over Wilkinson's head. Redden trying to dig it out from underneath the two at the boards. Another battle on the boards. Redden nearly had it, but Bluewater forced it right back under the feet of everybody. Here comes Barrie now. They'll clear it. McLaren trying to get on it. Sent backwards. This is Pare. She'll move it forward for McLaren. McLaren's all by herself, though. She'll try and weave around 3 different white sweaters. What a job by McLaren to hang on. My goodness. Good job by the Bluewater defense as well. Just goes over Chisholm's stick, and she had to backtrack to go pick it up. Around the backside for Wilkinson. Pare with it. Hits it off the boards, and it will come and go the distance. No icing. Saw the ref wave that off right away. Severn's going to pick it up on the far side and bring it back into the Bluewater end. Beckett giving it chase. Summers for Bluewater holds on, sends it to McKinnon, and now Bluewater is going to clear it. This is Molly Battram with it. Hildebrand picking it up behind Wilkinson, trying to shovel it over to Wilkinson, and it will come all the way back. Sutton nearly with a breakaway. She does! She waits, she fires, she scores! What a play by Aaliyah Sutton with 1:55 to go in the first, and we have our first goal of the regular season. Congratulations, Barrie Jr Sharks. We're off and running. We'll see if anybody's given the assist on that. That's the start that Coach Dwayne wanted, I'm sure. Not that he would show much emotion on the bench. He's kind of a cool customer on game days. Our goal scorer Sutton to take the face-off, and now the Sharks play with a 1-goal advantage. Let's see what the call is and see if anybody got an assist on that. So for the record book, number 34. It was an unassisted goal. She'll take full claim to fame for the first goal of the regular season. Certainly worked hard to get that too. Just about to come into our final minute of the first period. Mitchell sends it back into the Bluewater end. Hall Paredes over to her partner Ellis. And then to Elcock, and she'll work it out. Cool over to Arscott. She'll hold on. Alcott giving her a little problem. Barrie wants to get rid of this here. Into the final minute here. I'm sure the Bluewater Hawks will attempt to see if they can get the equalizer before heading to the dressing room. Sharks coming back the other way. This is Dusome giving it chase. Chisholm behind her own net. Hubert with it coming in. We'll do a dump. Poirier will pick it up behind Wilkinson, and she'll hold on to the boards and try to wind down the rest of this period. It squeaks free to the blue line. And Houle with it, and will get rid of it. That's Stewart sending it down. We'll have an icing call with just 8 seconds to go in the first. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away for the first intermission. I've got the podcast. Jesse and Dwayne Eldridge spoke with Dan Blakely of Barrie 360, and we'll have that for you to listen to between the two periods. Face-off won by Bluewater. They'll fire it in, and a good solid save by Wilkinson with just 1.8 seconds to go on the clock. One final puck drop before the buzzer sounds at the end of the first, and what an auspicious beginning for the Barrie Jr Sharks for this 2023-2024 season, with Aaliyah Sutton getting the unassisted goal with just less than 2 minutes to go in the first period. Jesse Eldridge giving the ceremonial puck drop. Women's hockey is a place to be right now, so this is exciting. I'm going to step away here while the Zamboni comes on. Stand by. We're going to have that podcast for you momentarily.
Thrilled to have in the Barrie 360 studio Jesse Eldridge of Barrie, chosen by the New York franchise in the third round of the recent Professional Women's Hockey League draft. Also have her dad, Dwayne Eldridge, who coaches the Barrie Jr Sharks under-22 elite team. So yeah, we're going to talk some hockey. First to Jesse, I watched the draft, saw when you were chosen. What was it like sitting there, waiting, and then hearing your name called?
I think it was a pretty surreal experience. I think there's a big group of us that have been working towards this moment for a number of years, like you alluded to. So to see it come together and to see the amount of people that put time into it, it was a dream come true for all of us. We kind of forgot that, our lives are also in the hands of when these people are going up on stage and GMs are making their choices. So there was a lot of anxiety associated with that as well, to see where we'd be moving to. But I think as soon as I had the opportunity to hear my name called and figure out where we're moving to next, I think it was just a lot of positive emotions.
This is very exciting on one hand, but is it a little bit scary on the other?
Yeah, I think it's big. I've never been to New York City before, so I think there's no time like now to go experience it. But our team's a really young core, girls that I know really well. So no one's really familiar with the area. We'll be able to do everything together, and I think it'll be really special for to come together as a team as quickly as possible.
How important is this league? Tell us what's going on now within the women's hockey movement.
Yeah, I think it's hard to put into words. I think it's more the hype around the draft, even in Barrie, has been awesome. People don't have to go searching for news on women's hockey. It's there for them. So the visibility we've been pushing for so long. We knew we'd get people interested and hooked as soon as it was there for them. So I think to keep growing for that, and not only for the young girls that are in Barrie too, to now have something other than college to aspire to and go to the rink to work for.
You had a huge career at Colgate.
Yeah, I think
Big numbers.
we had a great team. I actually, when I committed to go there, we were not good at all. Didn't make playoffs.
Oh, so you were the difference.
I don't know. It wasn't just me. There was a core of about 13 of us that came in 1 to 2 years apart, and were able to turn the program around. So to see it still thrive to this day has been awesome to watch.
So what are the next steps in the new league? What's happening? When do you get on the ice?
Yeah, we'll start training camp mid-November. So until then, we're training in our own hub still, and then when we get there in mid-November, we'll be all systems go, and we'll start our season in January.
All right, not a lot of games in this initial season, but from meager beginnings, right?
For sure, and I think this will be a feeling out season, figure out where we need to make some tweaks. The ownership management's all on board with that, so we'll hit the ground running, but it'll continue to grow, and this is only the beginning.
Kind of neat to have your own original six.
Absolutely.
Proud papa?
Oh, for sure. You've watched how hard Jess has worked for this all her life, and to see it come to that day and be selected and hear her name was pretty exciting for all of us.
Now, you're the head coach of the under-22 elite team. Did you play for your dad? No?
I played against him one
You played
year.
against him?
Yeah.
Those must have been fun times.
I think so. I clearly remember our game. I tripped a girl, and I heard my dad yell the loudest in the rink to make sure it was called.
So, yeah, family stuff goes out the window at that point, right?
Correct, yeah.
The Barrie Jr Sharks making tremendous headway in promoting the women's game, the girls' game, but still so many obstacles in your way, so many hurdles you have to jump over. How much progress have you been making?
I think we've made a ton of progress this year. We've done a number of things. We've established a management team, and I think by having a management team in place that can look at our program overall, not just for the Junior Sharks, but the Sharks organization in general. I think there's a lot of areas that we recognize that would benefit the organization and the players, but we just didn't have the resources or the time to put into it. I think this management team has allowed us to focus on some of those areas and to approach them. And obviously with what's gone on with the PWHL, it's generated a tremendous amount of excitement in women's hockey, and we obviously want to take advantage of that momentum.
Have you seen interest in the organization growing year by year?
Yeah, absolutely. And, Jess has come and done camps and things with us with our younger players. We had our U9 team in our dressing room yesterday, first time that they visited. And a lot of the talk was around, hey, we saw Jess at the draft. So they're looking up to that. And like Jess mentioned, the fact that those kids now have the path. So their brothers always had a path to the NHL, but now they see a path for themselves. And I think that's fantastic for women's hockey.
Do you see the day where you might play in the NHL?
No, I think the whole goal of this league is to have our own, and that's never been. There's been some stories, some female goalies going over, but I think for us it's been to have our own home. We know our game's very different than the men's, but the thing that we can bring is the entertainment level is very similar. So I think people will be surprised who haven't paid much attention to the women's game. It's a different game, but like I said, to sit down and watch, we'll give a good show.
As for the Barrie Sharks, a new season about to get underway. You've had a couple of tournaments and done very, very well. Tell me about the team this year, because I know you lost a lot of players from last year.
Yeah, we brought in 12 or 13 new players, and a number of them maybe had played a handful of games at most in our league. So by starting the season down in Pittsburgh, tremendous U.S. competition, and win-loss record was 2 wins and 3 losses, but we learned an awful lot, and we've got a great group that just wants to continue to get better. We worked really hard in practices for 2 weeks after that, and I think the results in Stony Creek this past weekend show that they paid attention to little details, and by doing that, they can have success. So we're really excited about the group.
Yeah, I think you had shutouts in the preliminary games and got to the semifinal game, and things that didn't fall apart, just didn't go your way.
Yeah, you know what? 4 games in round robin, there was only 2 teams out of the 64 that didn't give up a goal. and we were one, which I think just is a testament to how hard the girls worked. And then we ran into a very good team from John Abbott College. An 8-minute lapse gave up 3 goals, and that was the difference. But again, a learning experience. They came to practice Tuesday night, ready to go. But our season starts September 30th at home, 4:30 against Bluewater, and then Sunday against Cambridge at 2. So we're excited to get going.
All right. Tell people where you play, and the games are still free admission, aren't they?
They are. So all of our games are at East Bayfield Community Center. And one of the things the management team has put a lot of effort in, we have Cheryl Gilroy that's going to live stream our games. So we have a crew of 3. They've been working hard to get all their technical issues sorted out. So I think there's lots of opportunity for people to see our team, and I think we're going to be very exciting to watch this year.
I was out to a few games last year, and it's so much fun to watch. It's a different kind of game. It's almost a more pure version of the game, isn't it?
Yeah, I think when you take hitting out, there's some more room for skill and speed. So I think that's the biggest difference for us.
Some advice to some young girl who's thinking of following in your footsteps. What do they need to do?
Yeah, I think when you have bigger steps in the game that we've implemented recently, it's easy to get caught up in where you want your journey to end. But I think the most important part is how you get there. And if you're not truly enjoying it, it's not really worth it. So as long as you're enjoying hockey and it's a passion and you can go out there and say that you're having fun doing it, it's something you can work towards. But as soon as that changes, you want to find something in life that's going to make you happiest. And at the end of the day, everyone's going to stop playing the game, and the people you meet along the way will stay the same. So keeping those key values in mind along the way.
Sounds good. We will be watching for you in the new year with your new team in New York and following your progress, and we will be following your dad and the Junior Sharks and their endeavors this year. Thank you both for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
That first period was certainly wild. Good puck action at both ends. Goaltenders definitely tested. Unassisted goal by Aaliyah Sutton gets the Barrie Jr Sharks season off to a running start. Awesome. Just getting set here to wrap up here with the buzzer to end our Zamboni period. Lineup here to begin the second period. It looks like it is Sutton, our goal scorer, with McGuire. On the left wing, we've got Meta and Pare on the defense. We're set to go for period number 2. Chisholm to take the face off for Bluewater. Couple equipment issues, it looks like, for Story there before the face-off, but that's all sorted out, and now we are underway with period number 2. That podcast I said that we'd bring you between the first and second period, we will now bring you between the second and the third. McGuire bringing it across the blue line, but just offside. Fresh fins out here for the Barrie Jr Sharks as play continues. Judkowitz taking the face off this time. A little back and forth action there in front of the crease area there. Battle on the boards with Judkowitz and Chisholm. Back into neutral zone. Hildebrandt will send it back. Severn gives it a kick, but lets it slide in over the blue line on its own. In the slot! Oh my, what a chance for Barrie there. Good heads up save by McKellar. She had to be ready for that. My goodness. Redden taking the face off. In the slot. Immediate shot in and a nice save by McKellar. That was Rutledge with the shot. We'll set up and do it all over again. It's Fedor for Bluewater. Face-off's won by Bluewater. Summers with it in the corner. Sounded like a couple of bodies fell there on the boards. Bluewater trying to work it out in front. Summers sends it to her teammate. It'll skip out momentarily. Redden trying to bring it back in, but it's picked up by Fedor for Bluewater. Down into the Barrie end. Pass over to Rutledge. She can't hang on to it. Arscott will try that move again. Skip over a couple of sticks and come down and go the distance, and we will have icing. Once again, next home game is tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock as the Barrie Jr Sharks will welcome in the Cambridge Rivulets. Batcham to take the face-off this time with Rutledge. Face-off won by Barrie. Mitchell trying to clear it out. Hands it off to Redden and then hands it off to McLaren, who will lift it and throw it down into the Bluewater end. There'll be a chase there with Rutledge and the Bluewater Hawk. It'll skip out and come all the way back the other end. Not enough for icing. Meta catches up to it. Sends it over to Arscott. Urbach down with it behind Wilkinson. Feeds it over to Dusome. It comes out to neutral. Bluewater sending it right back. Wilkinson will leave it for her teammate, and here come the Sharks. This is Sonia Meta. One of our new additions to the team this year. I've been loving watching her energy so far this season. Few girls coming up from U15 from last year, and they've added quite a spark to this team. Exciting to watch. Nice catch there by McKellar. We'll have a stoppage in play here in the Barrie end. Face-off won by Bluewater. They do force it in there, but it skips off to the far side. Story versus McGuire. Barrie wins that matchup. Picked up by Sutton. Back to the blue line. Pass meant for McGuire was intercepted by Hall Paredes, and we will have a stoppage in play here, probably on the offside, as the linesman points to the blue line. Fedor versus Judkowitz in the faceoff. Won by Barrie. Siska Humphrey sends it back to her D partner, Hildebrandt. All the way back, and Wilkinson will just hold on. Fedor and Judkowitz again in the face-off dot. This time it's won by Bluewater. They'll fire. That just goes wide and into the corner. Siska Humphreys with possession will send it over to her D partner, Arscott, who will lift and fire it all the way down to the corner. Severin giving it chase. Summers for Bluewater is also there. To the blue line, picked off by the Bluewater Hawks, and they will move it out. Murphy nearly bringing it in, but she'll have to tag and get onside. Arscott with it with Summers on the board. Beckett weaves around and makes the turn and comes in. But they come in offside. Couple of Sharks 2 steps too soon. Couple of Finns, too many swims. I don't know how you work that out. In any case, we'll have a stoppage in play here in a face-off here with 15:50 to go in the first. Alcock versus Redden. Bluewater wins that one. It'll come out to the neutral zone and down. Here is Bluewater. They're looking dangerous in the slot area. Wilkinson pokes it. What a poke check by Wilkinson. What a heads-up play. Rutledge picks it up at the blue line, carries it with her feet. Into Bluewater end. This is Alcock sending over to her D partner. Mitchell gives it chase, but not enough. It's icing with 15:21 to go in the second period. 1-0 Barrie Sharks. The only goal, Aaliyah Sutton, unassisted in the first period. Herbach wins the faceoff, sends it back to Meta. Meta keeping it in on play down low in the corner behind McKellar. Picked up by Hall Paredes, trying to get it out of their own end. They will do it now. It's Robinson trying to work her way out of the end. Sends it right back down into the Bluewater end. Good puck movement here in the end zone here. Lots of changing hands. Bluewater clears it. It's a 2-on-2 picked off by Pare. Battle won by Batram though, and she sends it back down. Wilkinson sees that easy and steers it off into the plexiglass for another stoppage in play. Chisholm to take the face off here versus Sutton. That's won by Bluewater. They try to get out into the front, into the blue paint, but they're sent back behind Wilkinson instead. Hildebrandt doing a good job keeping her rival there on the boards, and we'll have a stoppage in play here as the puck holds. Set right back up for another face-off, right to Story actually, and she got a shot off, but that sails high and wide. Hildebrandt with some speed behind Wilkinson, trying to work it out of the end, and it lands almost on McGuire's stick, intercepted by Hall Paredes. Out in the slot area, picked up by the Hawks. Only as far as the red line. Sent back the other way. Stewart's going to give it chase. Barrie with it behind the goal. Out in front of the slot area. Couldn't find a stick. Severn nearly had a good shot, but it's deflected at the last second. Beckett fires it in from the blue line, and it lands right on McKellar's pads. Just about 13 and a half minutes to go in this second period. Face-off won by Bluewater. Two-on-two battle on the boards, and it pops onto a Bluewater stick, but they can't quite clear it. This is Severn. Into the front! To Arscott, she'll fire it in, but it's deflected into the corner before it reaches its target. To Arscott again. That was hampered by a Bluewater stick, and here's a one-on-one. Nice job by Arscott to work the puck off the stick, and she's hauled down right after that. In the crease, shot in by Bluewater's Murphy, up and over the shoulder. It will skip out, not quite as far as the blue line though. Summers keeps it onside. Judkowitz clearing it out of the Barrie end, and she'll bring it in. Off for a line change. Fresh defensive fins out for the Barrie Jr Sharks. Pare doing a great job making sure it doesn't get past her, and now Redden's going to give it chase all the way up to the corner. She'll look to see who her options are to pass to as she hangs on to possession. Back to Pare. Out in front for Pare. She tries to tip it in, but she's hampered. Good effort there by Pare. Great defensive moves there by Bluewater. Here they come back the other way. It's Batram moving it down into the corner and giving it chase. Meta picking it up behind Wilkinson. Back the other way. Bluewater's going to pick it up. We'll have a stoppage in play here. Face-off won by Barrie. Siska Humphreys bringing it out of her own end and all the way down and sending it into the corner to the left of McKellar. Dusome takes a hard tumble right into the boards with Sampson. They both get right back up, but that looked noisy from here. Both girls seem to be okay. Play continues. Hildebrandt with it in her own end, tries to send it forward so Dusome can pick it up, but it lands on Urbach's stick instead. She shoots. That goes into the corner. Urbach trying to hold on possession, but it skips down in the corner. Dusome finds it on the boards and tries to send it back to Mitchell. Dusome with it again, sends it to center ice, and it will go and bank off the boards. Not enough for icing. Summers trying to get out of their own end. Right back up to Murphy, who will try to cut forward. That's going to be a call. And that'll go against Arscott as she interferes with Murphy on the way to the net. See what the call is. Body contact. So one of the rules in women's hockey or girls hockey that is not allowed, that is allowed in boys and men's hockey, is contact like that. That will be a 2-minute assessment each time. So Sharks working off the penalty kill. Another power play opportunity for Bluewater. They win the face-off and fire it right back in. Wilkinson puts a stop to that right away with just only 4 or 5 seconds gone. Face-off again won by Bluewater. Sharks try to clear it out, and they will. Good job by Rutledge to get a stick on that and send it back to the Bluewater end. This is Summers for Bluewater weaving in. Look for a partner to pass to, but she's hampered by Rutledge in the corner. Bit of a bouncing puck. Bluewater still with it. Lots of traffic in front of Wilkinson. It'll come just on the wrong side of the blue line where the Bluewater Hawk will pick it up, and we'll have a stoppage in play here for another penalty, and that's a check to the head. And that's going against Bluewater. That will negate the power play. And for minute 14, we're going to have 4-on-4 action and then an abbreviated power play for Barrie. Judd Kowitz against the captain of the Bluewater Hawks, Clara Chisholm. To the blue line, Hildebrandt trying to set in for a deflection. She's hampered by that. Siska Humphreys assisting Beckett. Another penalty is going to get called as Wilkinson beats it to the bench. So that was head contact, and now the Bluewater Hawks will be down 2. So for minute 1, we are going to have 4-on-3. And then an abbreviated 5-on-3. Good opportunity for the Sharks to get another one in. Not sure what the delay of game is here. The referees are just waiting, but I'm not sure what the problem is. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if we can get the game action going again. I think the referees were talking to the head coach of the Bluewater Hawks. That's what it looked like at the bench. Probably get some explanation as to what the referees were seeing, but for minute 1, we've got 4-on-3. Beckett with it, the blue line. Sends it over to Pare. Pare back to Beckett. She'll wait and she'll fire. Deflected to Hildebrandt. Beckett to Hildebrandt. Back to Beckett. She'll wind and she'll fire. And McCullers sees that all the way in. 43 seconds left on the 4-on-3. And then the Sharks will get 5-on-3 for a good minute and a half. Face-off won by Barrie. It will come all the way out. Barrie can't quite get to it until... Oh, no, she does. She holds onto it, the blue line. Over to Meta. Meta feeds it down low. Back to Barrie. Hits too many skates, and Bluewater will touch it. No. Nope, they'll get rid of it. Now to the neutral zone. 20 seconds to go until we have a 5-on-3 power play for Barrie. Beckett down behind McKellar to the corner. Sharks want to set up another opportunity here. Beckett goes to the bench, and a fresh fin will come on. It's Severn coming on. Hawks will get rid of it and send it back. Penalty to Arscott is done. So 5-on-3 action for 45 seconds. Let's see if the Sharks can set one up here. Out into the slot. Meta taking her time, firing it in. McKellar gets a piece of it. Sends it to the corner. McGuire held up. Out in front. Sutton shoveling it over to her partner, McGuire. Out in front, nearly had a tip-in for Barrie. McKellar puts a stop to that. 15 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. And 20-some-odd seconds to go in the one-man advantage once that 5-on-3 is done. Urbach versus Chisholm in the face-off. Won by Barrie. Back to Mitchell. She'll wait. Sends it over to Hildebrandt. Hildebrandt leaves it. Sends it over. Comes back to Hildebrandt. Fires it in, but it hits a body and escapes. Goes up and over McKellar. Behind. All the way out. Now Bluewater's got an opportunity. Just 5 seconds to go in the penalty before both teams are back to even strength. They are now as Darby for Bluewater steps out of the penalty box. So nothing happened on that 5-on-3 advantage. Good opportunities, but could not find the back of the mesh. Play continues. Battle on the boards here. Left for Siska Humphreys. No, it's poked out from underneath her by Story. Good heads up by Arscott to send it back the other direction, so the Sharks have another opportunity in the Bluewater end. Holding on at the red line. That's McLaren for Barrie. Scoots into the Barrie's end, to the Sharks' end, excuse me. Pass over to Rutledge. It'll deflect off of her stick and come all the way down into the corner. Siska Humphreys trying to keep it onside, but the Bluewater Hawks do get it out, but only momentarily. This is Sampson for Bluewater. All the way on to Wilkinson, and she's going to definitely put her glove on that to stop things. Just over 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Only goal of the game scored by Elias Sutton with 2 minutes to go in the first period, and it was scored unassisted, getting this 2023-2024 season off to a fantastic start. Puck bounces around a little bit and now lands on the Shark stick, but it can't clear it. Alcott coming back the other way. It's like watching a hockey puck in a pinball machine as many times it's going back and forth. Severn now with it. Tries to move it forward for Beckett. She does have it. She fires. Good save by McKellar. And the net comes off. So we'll have a stoppage in play for that. Just under 6 minutes to go. As I stated earlier, that podcast that we meant to show you in the first intermission, we're going to show you in the second intermission instead. So please stand by for that. That was a wonderful interview that Dan Blakely did with Jesse and Dwayne Eldridge. It's exciting to have Jesse from Barrie, again, picked 16th overall in the recent PWHL draft. So exciting. She's headed to the Big Apple in the next couple of months, and the regular season for the PWHL starts in January. So exciting to have Jesse with us today. during the puck drop. Stewart, back to Pare. Back to the blue line again. Pare holds on. She goes into the slot. She tries to shovel it to Sutton. Doesn't get to her. Bluewater clearing it. This is Molly Battram. She's up, held before she gets too far. But the puck does get down into the Barrie end. That's a trip. No call on that as Pare finds the ice. Icing call, however. Sutton taking the face-off versus Chisholm again. Barrie nearly gets away with it. They'll escape with it now. This is McGuire. Back into the Sharks' end. Meta trying to move it back to McGuire. It bounces over her stick. Chisholm's giving it chase. Sharks are offside. They'll have to tag. They do. Bluewater taking their time escaping with it. This is Sutton using her soccer skills and going to the bench. Ooh, that looked dangerous next to the goalpost. Little miscommunication there with the Bluewater Hawks trying to get rid of it. Severn upended, no call on that. Play continues. Beckett trying to shovel it with the backhand. Doesn't go too far before it escapes and comes all the way back to the Sharks' end. No icing. Picked up by Beckett just over the blue line. She tries to center it, but Hall Paredes has another plan for her. Another chance in the slot area, and Severn finds the ice again. Bodies flying everywhere in front of the net, and there's going to be a call on that. It's going to be for tripping. And it's going to go against the Bluewater Hawks. It's going to go against Samantha Darby, who just came out of the penalty box not that long ago. So she'll sit for 2 or less. Let's see if the Sharks can't capitalize on this power play. Fedorian to take the face-off for Bluewater. Sutton for Barrie. Won by Barrie. DDD pass to Pare. She'll wait. Sends it back to Sutton, who wasn't quite set up for it. Over to Pare at the point. She'll lift it. Back to Meta. Sends it back down. Back to Pare. Up and over again. This time hitting the plexiglass, but still in play. Tries to get it out in front. Picked up by the Hawks, and they will clear. 30 seconds and the penalty gone. Bluewater gets a couple of fresh feathers, as they say, on the ice. This is Stewart. Tries to center it around, but she's hampered. It does hit the blue paint momentarily. Mitchell with the squeeze and slap-shotting that behind, keeping it in play. Comes back out and escapes. Battram's got a bit of a break here. Is Wilkinson ready for the task? It sails high and wide. Great opportunity there for Bluewater Hawks to get on the board, but it just misses its target. Short-handed, too. 45 seconds to go in the penalty. To the red line where Robinson's trying to keep it in play. Mitchell. Sending it over to Houle. Houle loses the handle on that, and it slides into the corner. Just about to come into the final 2 minutes of this second period. No scoring happening so far. Battle on the boards. Who's going to come up with it? It's going to be Bluewater. Penalty to Darby is over, and she's now back on the ice. So nothing happening in that power play for Barrie. Some more bodies flying. Picked up by Robinson. There's a penalty coming to Barrie as Wilkinson makes that stop. So with 1:37 to go in this period, the Sharks are going to sit a man down. It's going to be for tripping. And that's going to go against Bryn Rutledge. So just over a minute and a half left in the period. Face-off won by Bluewater. Back to Darby at the blue line. She'll wait. Over to Sampson. Sampson to Story. Sends it behind. Siska Humphreys tries to get some force behind that to get rid of it, but nothing going. Bluewater hanging on in the Barrie end. Out in front. Nearly an opportunity by Story, but she couldn't get her stick on it completely. That slides just to the corner. Through the crease. Final minute of play here in the second period. Siska Humphreys holding on. Two white sweaters. Chisholm and Hubert on top of her. Looks like it was on its way out, but the Bluewater Hawk got there in time to keep it in. Darby hanging on the blue line. Back to Sampson again. Nice stop by Wilkinson. Bluewater's looking dangerous here in the final minute of this second period. They want to get an equalizer. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, stand by in the second intermission. We've got that podcast for you with Jesse and Dwayne Eldridge talking to Barrie 360's Dan Blakely. Barry's going to throw it out and all the way down. Again, no icing with the penalty. 20 seconds left in this period. And if nothing happens, there'll be an abbreviated power play to start the third. Bluewater's going to hang on, I think, let the clock run out of this second period. Tight game. Third period should be interesting. All right, we'll get set up here for the third and final period. It's going to be Judkowitz versus Chisholm in the face-off circle with our brand new logo on the ice, by the way, too. I hope that comes clear on the stream. Play is underway here in the third and final period. Sharks sending it down into the Bluewater end. Sampson with it behind. She'll leave it for her teammate. That's Samantha Darby. Penalty is over to Rutledge, and we're back to even strength here as play continues in the third period. Back to the neutral zone. Beckett trying to force it into the Bluewater end, and she is successful. Judkowitz against the boards. Severin coming in to give her a hand. It pops free. Just over the blue line. We'll have a whistle here. Just a minute gone in the first period. That was for offside, so we'll get set up here for a face-off right in front of us here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the Sharks are back in action again tomorrow afternoon at 2. Summers leading it forward to Murphy for Bluewater. Comes back across the blue line where McGuire is going to pick it up and send it back just as far as Summers. Back and forth here in the neutral zone. This is Siska Humphreys trying to send it forward to Stewart. McGuire bringing it in. Murphy off the boards. Sutton will set up and try to pass it over to McGuire, but it's intercepted by Fedor for Bluewater. Sharks coming back. This is McGuire again. Bluewater trying to get it out of their own end. A lot of back and forth here to begin the third period. Paul Paredes. Just over the blue line here as Sharks try to clear it. Mitchell trying to get it out to Dusome, but it comes back behind for McKellar. McKinnon on the far side. Comes the blue line for Urbach. She'll send it back down to the corner. Paul Paredes here in the corner. Tries to work it out to Batram. She does. It'll come all the way up to Robinson, who will chase after it. Waits for help as they go off on a line change. Out in the slot area for Chisholm. Has her stick tied up. Good save there by Wilkinson. Bodies go flying again in front of the net. Bluewater winding around and trying again. Puck sits there. Bluewater picking it up again. Sails it out to the point. They'll fire it in, and a nice snag in the glove by Wilkinson. Chisholm versus Chudkowitz in the center. Fire in there by Darby. Couple of girls hit the ice there on the boards. It's Hubert and Darby together with Arscott for Barrie and Pare. Meta picking it up and bringing around Wilkinson all the way around to Severn. It will go the distance and go all the way down, and that should be icing if it gets that far, and it does. We'll have a face-off here to the left of Wilkinson, who's been stellar in net so far. Seeing everything coming out of her crystal clear. Face-off won by Bluewater. This is Summers winding in. She fires in. Good pad save by Wilkinson. They try the wraparound. Doesn't work. Puck will escape out to the neutral zone where Beckett nearly had a pickup on that and ran away with it. Fedor for Bluewater trying to center it to Story. It sits there for a second, and Wilkinson was out of her crease. Would have been an opportune chance for Bluewater to put one in, but they don't get it. Nice blocker save by Wilkinson, and the puck sat there for a second and looked dangerous again. Out to the crease. Picked up by Pare, and she will get it out of harm's way and clear everything out. She'll send it down. Not too far off the mark. McKellar nearly touched it, but she didn't, so it'll be icing. 15 and a half to go. The only goal of the game scored way, way back in the first period by Elias Sutton to start off the 2023-24 campaign for the Barrie Jr Sharks. D-to-D pass, it'll deflect and go into the corner. It'll squeak out. Bluewater will pick it up and turn over to Hall Paredes. Fire it in. Good stop by Wilkinson. I don't know how she sees all of that through traffic, but she does. Ellis will pick it up in the corner. Leave it for her D partner. Pocket picked by Rutledge, though. Sharks wanting more here in the third. They wouldn't mind some insurance. It's going to squeak out to Ellis. Ellis trying to send it forward. Her D partner will pick it up and bring it in, though. Pass up to McLaren. She'll try to weave around, but she sends it low instead. Redden trying to work her way towards the net, but too many white sweaters in front of her. Stewart keeping it onside. It's still onside. Fresh fins out for the Junior Sharks. Puck will sit there, picked up by Bluewater behind McKellar. Chisholm works it out of the Bluewater end, and she's got some speed. Waits for help. Can't hang on to it, though. It comes right back to neutral. Darby with it for Bluewater. Tries to send it back into the very end. Alcock versus Mitchell in the boards in the corner. Robinson fires it towards Wilkinson. That's a pad save for Wilkinson. Mitchell will pick it up again and try to work it around the boards. Sharks trying to bring it back in, but they're turned right back around by Robinson. Robinson leaves it for Alcock. Alcock tries a centering pass. Doesn't work. Good job by Bluewater keeping the Sharks on the outside as they try to enter the Bluewater zone. Batram behind McKellar. Sends it over to Darby. Sharks keep it onside. Momentarily, it'll skip out and come all the way back. Megan Houle over to Pare. Meta trying to work it free. Nice job by the Bluewater Hawk to make a turn with that puck. Sharks send it back down to the Bluewater end. They'll get rid of it just as fast. Pare waits, throws it to Arscott, right back to Pare. Bluewater with it again, tries a centering pass. Good job by Hildebrand to make sure that pass didn't happen. To the far side, picked up by Summers. She'll try to hang on to it. The Hildebrand has other ideas, sends it over to Pare, and the Sharks will clear it. Beckett nearly ran away with it, but it lands on Maddox's stick for Bluewater. McKinnon brings it in just on the offside, and we'll have a stoppage in play here with just over 11 minutes to go in the third period. Just the one goal from the first period. I'm sure Sharks would like to get an insurance goal fairly soon, and Bluewater wants to get an equalizer, which is the reason why we're seeing some great back and forth action between these two teams. Meta picks it up behind Wilkinson, looks to see who she can pass to. Bluewater hangs on. Skips to the corner. It'll come all the way down. Not enough for icing. Picked up by Ellis, and she'll leave it for Hall Paredes. All the way back the other way. Meta can't quite catch up to it. Leaves it in the slot. Nice shot by Murphy. Even better save by Wilkinson. Fedor behind the net there with Redden. Bluewater doing all they can to get the puck towards the net. Sharks doing a great job on the defense, keeping them away and on the outside. Sharks so clear, it will go the distance, and we will have an icing call. Good back and forth action, a little slower here in the third period. Not quite the same energy we saw in the first 2 periods, but good back and forth action. Fedor gets kicked out of the face-off, so Story will come in and take it versus Redden. Meta trying to clear it. McLaren trying to clear it with a backhand, but she had 2 white sweaters in front of her, so that didn't happen. Meta looking. Pass found McLaren, and she sends it down and goes off on a line change with Stewart chasing it on the other end with Urbach by her side. Cool on the front, couldn't settle it down long enough to get a shot off. This is Urbach behind McKellar. Cool out to Siska Humphries, who fires, and that hits a few bodies and goes up and into the mesh and out of play. Well, set up here with a face-off here to the left of McKellar. Siska Humphries over to Houle. Can't hang on to it, and Batram for Bluewater will clear it out and bring it in with some speed. Tries a pass. Hits a skate, so it's deflected, and Wilkinson sees that and is able to steer it to the corner. Robinson grabs it at the other end and sends it back down behind Wilkinson. Comes out to the slot area, but Wilkinson thinks she wants to play baseball, so she's going to hold on to that one. Once again, Sharks back in action tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, right back here at the Shark Tank. I hope you all can join me for the live stream for Game 2 of the regular season. This time, the Barrie Jr Sharks will welcome in the Cambridge Rivulets. Mitchell sends it over to Arscott, but she couldn't quite corral it down. This is Chisholm on the boards with Arscott. To Summers. Puck loose. Sits there and hits a couple of sticks before it finally goes to the boards. Up and over the blue line and clear. Chisholm will pick it up and send it back down the other direction. Deflected off the stick, so Mitchell's going to take over. Over to Pare. Pare will wait, and she'll bring it in on her own. 4 sweaters around her. Judkowitz sending it into the corner. Out in the slot area. Pare will sit, fire. Hits a Hawk body and will escape and come back the other direction. Pare's going to pick it up behind Wilkinson, who's just been outstanding in this opening game. Judkowitz tries to find her partner, Severn, who was up ahead, and the Sharks come in offside. They touch it, so that's going to get whistled dead. Severn nearly had an opportunity on a bit of a breakaway, but good job by the Bluewater Hawks to hamper her efforts. Just over 7 minutes. Face-off won by the Sharks. Sharks will bring it in. It's Meta giving it a dump. Fedor works it to Story. Hawks trying to clear it. Comes as far as the blue line, and Pare will slap it back into action. Out to the front for Rutledge. What a chance by Bryn Rutledge. She was ready for that. Great stop by McKellar. And despite that one goal that was scored by Sutton in the first, McKellar has been outstanding in net too. It'll come back the other way, be a bit of a foot race. Bluewater gets to it first. That's Robertson. She'll fire it in, and Wilkinson is ready for that shot. Face off one by Bluewater. They hang on it at the blue line, but it rolls just over. Picked up by Judkowitz. She'll dump and chase, hold on to it in the corner. Robinson tries to feed it to Murphy, but it escapes off the end of her stick. Hildebrandt will pick it up and try to fire it back. I thought for a second it had gone off to the Barrie bench, but it stays in play. Judkowitz and Chisholm going at it there on the blue line. Puck finally squeaks free. Back into the Barrie end is Siska Humphreys. Over to Hildebrandt. Darby sending it back. Hawks offside. They tag. Siska Humphreys working it down on her own into the Bluewater end. Summers works it to her D partner. Try to get it out. Battle on the boards here. Dusome getting in on the action as well as Megan Houle and Hayden Summers for Bluewater. Puck will come to the near side here in the corner. Pare trying to get towards the net. She gets a shot off, but it goes just to the inside there on the post. Back to Pare again. She'll wait and see if she can't get a lane. She won't fire. She'll come in low. Looking for help. Weaves in, tries to get a shot off. It falls on Sutton's stick, and she shoots. Puck loose. Great effort by Dusome to try and bat it in, but no go. McKellar makes another fantastic stop. Face of one momentarily by Barrie. Bluewater's Robinson picking it up. It'll escape over Pare's stick and come and go the distance. No icing. Doesn't quite get that far. Sending it forward. This is Sutton, our goal scorer. Weaves in, tries to get a shot off. Two white sweaters in front of her. Robinson to Molly Battram, but Molly Battram was a couple of steps behind. Mitchell sending it forward to McLaren. She tries to work around McKinnon. Can't quite do it. Alcock picking the puck up behind McKellar and sending it forward to Fedor. In the very end, Mitchell picks it up, but they're going to be a stoppage in play as the puck was hit down by a high stick. No penalty on that. We just have to have a stoppage in play. Just under 3.5 minutes to go in this first game of the regular season. Siska Humphreys and Redden trying to gather that puck underneath the Bluewater Hawks. It's Battram and Murphy going at it with them. Bryn Rutledge for the Barrie Sharks versus Darby. She'll have to send it to the corner as she waits for help behind her. Murphy for Bluewater loses the handle. McLaren tries to gather that pass, but no go. In comes Hildebrand. Hildebrand will fire it again. In the blue paint. Redden on the blue line. She couldn't quite get the full effort behind that puck, and it hits a couple of bodies and will escape. Beckett gathering it up. She's all by herself with 2 spiders, and she's going to get hauled down, and that is going to be a penalty call. With just over 2 minutes to go, the Sharks will have a power play to see if they can't quite get insurance, as the Bluewater Hawks will sit 2 minutes or less for hooking. That is Samantha Darby going to the box for Bluewater. Judkowitz versus Chisholm. We're going to set that up and do it again. There was a face-off violation, so we'll do that all over again. Face-off won by the Hawks. Momentarily, Sharks picking it up at the blue line. Meta fires it in, hits a couple of bodies, so doesn't get it to its target. Meta trying to bring it up, but she's hampered by Chisholm, by Bluewater. Meta again, sending it forward to Severn. And all the way down into the corner. Sharks would love to get one more goal here. The good news is that since the Bluewater Hawks are on a penalty kill, it's likely they'll pull the goaltender, as they're already down a man. Bodies fly into the boards. I could hear that from up here. Beckett around, and she's hampered. Couldn't get the shot off and loses her stick in the process. She will boot it back to the bench, leaving her stick behind in front of McKellar. Siska Humphreys into the boards. Sutton will pull it out. Over to Siska Humphreys as we enter the final 60 seconds of this third period. Hildebrandt couldn't quite get rid of it. She's hampered a little bit. Stewart over to Siska Humphreys. We're going to have a stoppage in play here for another penalty call. It's going to be a cross-check versus Talia Hildebrandt. So, 48.5 seconds to go. 4-on-4 action for 32 of those seconds before maybe even a slight abbreviated power play for Bluewater. A timeout has been called. I'm going to guess that was by Bluewater who called the timeout, so it's a possibility. McKellar could sit since it's 4-on-4 action, depending on where the face-off. The face-off is in front of the Barrie net, so you may see them take McKellar out and have a fifth attacker out there for these final few seconds here. "48 seconds to go in the third. Darby in the box for Bluewater. Hildebrandt in the box for Barrie. 32 seconds until Darby steps out. And yes, McKellar is going to sit, so it is an empty net for Bluewater. 5-on-4 for 32 seconds until the extra attacker comes out. The puck will escape and come all the way down, knocking precious seconds off that penalty. Summers behind the net, moves it forward to Ellis. Robinson's with her. Ellis crosses the blue line and tries to center it. She goes behind Wilkinson instead. 25 seconds to go in the third period. Robinson sending it out to the point, fire it in. Good stop. I'm not sure if that was a defenseman or Wilkinson who made the stop. In any case, it doesn't go in. 15 seconds to go. Again, empty net for Bluewater, and now they're 6-on-4. As the penalty is over, and they still have McKellar on the bench. A shot in by McGuire, and that is going to count. I saw the referee point just as the time expired on the clock. And that will count, giving the Sharks a 2-0 victory in today's game. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get set here to sign off here after this first wonderful game. 2-0 is your final score for the Barrie Jr Sharks versus the Bluewater Hawks. They are again back in action again tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, right back here at the Shark Tank. 2-0 final, even though the clock says 1-0. It is a 2-0 final with that last goal scored by McGuire. Thanks for joining the live stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege to get things going here in the regular season. I'd like to thank my team here, Tim Norton, my technical director, and my cameraman, Mitchell Reynolds. We'll bring some more action to you tomorrow afternoon. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening.